So today you are here to take an essential oils class. Some of you are a little distracted with how cute you are. So we're here today to talk about essential oils. And this is just a basic 101 class on how to use them and why to use them. So, number one, I am not a doctor, I do not medicate, and I do not treat. So don't call me in the middle of the night if your child is having issues, or if you're having issues, go to your doctor. But beyond that, the essential oils can have lots of natural uses, and we have found them in our own family to be very, very, very successful. Within the last 3 months, Grace has had about 3 fevers of 102, and her fever has gone down with peppermint spread across her spine 2 or 3 times, and we've gone back to normal, which is awesome. It's just an awesome substitute for rather than putting the Imodium or the ibuprofen in her little body and just in anybody's body. But that's just a simple example. So the 3 uses of essential oils are, number 1, aromatic. So as you can see, back here I have my little diffuser going, and some of you have experienced the wonderful wonders of the essential oils and the diffuser. And one of the reasons why I really like it and strongly encourage it, especially this time of the year, influenza is spreading like mad, and the strep season is out on the loose, and a lot of things are very airborne. And the thing with essential oils is they are immune boosting / things like cloves and cinnamon have been found to not be able to exist in uh-oh, I'm having an issue right now with my computer, so hold on just a second. Can you guys still hear me? And everything's all good? Okay, good. Alright, then I'm just going to continue on despite my computer. So, with leaves, or with cloves and cinnamon, they cannot live, or bacteria, the bad bacteria can't live in the presence of those items when they are in their purest form. And that's one of the benefits of having the aromatic diffuser and getting those essential oils into the air. So I love it for that. Number 2, another wonderful use for essential oils is to put it on topically. So a really good, safe place to put on your essential oils would be on the bottom of your feet. Basically, any essential oil can go on the bottom of your feet, and that's a great place for children to put it on because it's safe. But like if you are having pain, or in the case of the oil Panaway or peppermint, you can just simply place it where you have pain. So if you have pain in your neck or along your back, you can just put it where it hurts. Some people like to use essential oils for emotional things, and like depression or anxiety, and they'll just simply place the essential oil where they have that stress or anxiety. The third reason, or how to use essential oils, is dietary. You can simply put it in your water. One thing I do is I just take a drop of essential oil, whether it be lemon or thieves or peppermint, and I put it in my water every morning before I go to work. Like for instance, in the case of lemon is awesome for detoxifying the body, detoxifying the liver. It clears out the liver. So you just simply put that water in, and it kind of cleans out your gut a little bit. So, and then another thing with that is I strongly encourage, if you are going to take your essential oils in a dietary form, that you just put it in a glass or in a ceramic cup. Being that the essential oils are so strong and so potent and pure, If you put it in a plastic bottle, it will draw out the plastic toxins out of the bottle, and so you're actually drinking not only that, but the toxins that are coming out of the plastic bottle. So put it in your water, or put it in a glass bottle, or use a ceramic coffee cup. Those are just some good options for that. So with those 3 uses of essential oils, I'm going to go through the starter kit. Basically, just because there's over 150 kinds of essential oils. And to know where to start with essential oils, it can be really difficult. But that's one thing that I really like about this company is they've given you a basic set of things to start with. And some of you have gotten some of like the reference guides, and so I'm just kind of going to show you a few of the things of the oils that they come with. And the first one is frankincense. So frankincense can be one of those oils that's applied topically. It can be one of the oils that you can also ingest, and it is also something that you can put in the air. With frankincense, people have found incredible results with improved memory just by simply putting a drop of frankincense underneath the tongue. People will use frankincense on their skin because it improves wrinkles. It just helps an overall complexion of the skin. Frankincense can be used on colds and sore throats. One of the things with frankincense is even 2,000 years ago it was worth so much that the wise men brought frankincense to the Christ child because, and it was worth more than gold because of the healing properties that frankincense had. And so frankincense is an awesome oil to use in general and to make a part of your everyday routine. The next oil is lavender. Lavender is called the go-to oil, partially because when in doubt, go to lavender. Whether it's sickness, whether it's bruising, or emotional support, lavender is a wonderful go-to oil. And this is one reason why you know an essential oil is pure. In the case of lavender, if you just bought a lavender that is not pure and is not distilled correctly, you could not place that lavender on your skin or take it topically. It would actually hurt you rather than help you. So if you have an essential oil or lavender that is pure, you can take that and you could put it on an open wound, and it would stop the bleeding, and it wouldn't hurt you. It would only help you because the lavender would kill the bad bacteria, but keep the good bacteria, which you need in your skin to heal the skin and to stop the bleeding. So lavender is good for bruising. It's good for wounds. I've heard of people who have to go to the emergency room and they'll literally just stick some lavender on a Q-tip and kind of put it up in their nose so they can calm down before having to get stitches. So they don't have to be on medication while they do that. And then lavender is awesome for a stress reducer. Lavender is one of my go-tos for anxiety or just a stressful day. And I just simply put it on the area where I tend to carry stress. So I tend to carry stress like my upper chest or around my belly, and I just put it on there, and it just kind of takes the edge off, rather than having to be medicated. Excuse me. So the next oil that we can go to is lemon. Lemon is awesome for the immune system. And I love how lemon, a lot of times people think, well, how come a little bottle of essential oil lemon would even cost $12? I can just get lemon juice from the store. Well, the lemon oil actually comes from, is squeezed from the white part in between the actual fruit and the peel. So it's actually kind of squeezed right out of the peel, and that's where they get the oil from. And it's full of D-limonene, which is very anti-cancerous, and also, once again, that immune boosting and antiviral characteristics. So lemon is a great immune booster. It's a natural cleaner. You can put it on your dish rag if you want to, and wipe down your cupboards, and it just kind of kills the junk that's going around. Like I just did that in our house recently. I just take the essential oils, put it on my wash rag, and wipe down the counter space. It's great, once again, for putting it in your water. It helps you wake up in the morning a little bit. It's good for cold sores, mouth ulcers, people who have acne and skin issues. You can just take a drop of lemon oil with like a carrier oil, which your carrier oils are things like almond oil or coconut oil. You could even use olive oil. And you just place that on there, and then you can put it on your skin. It's a much natural and more pure way to take care of the skin. And then athlete's foot, and then some people use it for like furniture polish. I have not done that one. I wouldn't suggest that one yet because I haven't tried it. But yeah, so the second oil is the fourth oil is peppermint. I have really come to love peppermint in the last few months. Like Adam, my husband, loves it for pain. Anytime he gets a neck ache or a headache, he'll just put it on the spot where it hurts. Or if he has a headache, he'll just put it on his hands and take a few deep breaths and just breathe it in. It just kind of eases the headache, and sometimes you need to do it a few times, but it's a better option most of the time than putting ibuprofen and such in the body. Once again, fevers. I've had wonderful success with using peppermint for fevers. Congestion, if you have cold or just that cough, I will put a drop of peppermint in my water if I have a tickle in my throat or a cough, and it really just soothes the back of your throat and sometimes can get you to stop coughing. I work at a clinic right now, and we've seen more cases of influenza in the last 2 days than they have in 2 years. So I'm trying to fight stuff off, and I've just noticed a little tickle in my throat, and I just put a drop of peppermint in my water, and it just seems to kind of kick it. So, and then some people will use peppermint in the morning to help them wake up rather than trying to do a coffee. Or some people will do their coffee with a drop of peppermint in it just because they want the coffee. So it's an intense oil. So if you're going to do it, do a large glass of water to start off with, and then kind of separate it to dilute it because it is intense. But you'll kind of start to enjoy the intensity after a while. And what else? And then peppermint can be good for hot flashes and curbs appetites. And then I also know people who will just put like a drop of peppermint in their mouth, like for bad breath. It's an option rather than using gum and having your little chompers going. So, all right. The next oil is joy. The biggest use for joy is a lot of emotional things or conditions. So depression and emotional support are the two biggest. And I just know I've met in particular a lot of women who seem to use the joy, and they'll like put it behind their ears. They'll place it on their wrist a couple times during the day, because joy is one that you can use as a perfume. but yet it's not so strong that other people will smell it, which can be nice because in some workplaces they have some restrictions on that. And then the last one on joy is circulation. There's some people who will use joy for circulation issues. The next oil is Panaway. Panaway is a combination of 4 different oils. It's peppermint, wintergreen, cloves, and helichrysum. And helichrysum is a really strong oil that people have said that if you place it on the skin and you're in pain, like even if you have down to a broken bone, you won't feel the broken bone because of the power of helichrysum. So purification, or excuse me, Panaway, is just that really comforting oil. Like if once again, if you have pain, you just put it on that place of pain with like the lower back, maybe the legs. You breathe it in. And I know people who will take a bath with a few drops of Panaway just to kind of let it soak into the muscles, maybe with some Epsom salt. That is a wonderful, wonderful pain relieving oil. The next oil for the kit is Stress Away. Once again, another emotional supporting oil, which I think is really relative, especially in the culture and society that we live in. There's a lot of people who, there's definitely a place for it, but a lot of people who are on medication for anxiety and depression and so forth. And Stress Away is really just a calming oil. If you smell it, it just smells great. But it's also a mood enhancer, so it helps calm, but also elevates the mood. And then it's also a wonderful oil for sleeping at night. I know when we had our Stress Away, it was gone in like 2 weeks. We used so much of it. The next oil I'd like to talk about is purification. Purification is great for bug bites. So it's good to prevent bug bites, and it is great to help with bug bites after you have them. So if you, let's say we're going camping or whatever, you would just simply place purification on like your main veins, so on your wrist, behind your ears, maybe down your neck, and then along your ankles. And excuse me, and you'd be surprised how the bugs do not attack you because it has citronella in it, the oil citronella in it, and bugs do not like that. Also, if you have been bitten by a bug, or your child has been bitten by a bug, purification is awesome to just kind of to stop the itching. Normally I've found that if I put it on, the purification on once or twice, I don't have the itch anymore. It's just kind of gone. So it's awesome for bugs. I have also, with purification, I use this one on the bottom of my feet, especially during this cough, cold, flu season, twice a day, if not 3 times a day, just to kind of kick the bugs. I know people who will use it on sore throats and cold sores. So I'll put it in my diffuser once again to just kind of get that air going and clean and pure. Alright, we're going through them fast. So the last one is Thieves. And Thieves has a really neat story to it. The essential oil Thieves was based off of the story of the Black Plague that killed, 1 million people or so 100 years ago. And the owner of Young Living, who kind of started using the essential oils and really diving in and doing the science and the research on it, was kind of reading through some history books, and what he had found was that there was these thieves during the Black Plague that would go into the homes of the dead and the almost sick and dying and would steal all of their goods, but they weren't dying. They weren't getting the plague. And they finally caught the thieves, and when they caught them, they said that they could have less of a penalty if they would fess up what they were doing. And it just so happened that the thieves were from an aromatic family, and before they would go into the homes, they would lather themselves in a few different essential oils. Cloves, cinnamon, and orange oils. And Thieves has that oil in it. So Thieves is awesome for like mold. There'll be people who have mold issues, and rather than bleach, bleach kills all of the germs, all of the bacteria, which only allows the mold to come back the next year because there's no good bacteria then there to fight it off in those areas. And by using Thieves, it kills off the bad bacteria, but boosts the good bacteria, which allows it doesn't allow the mold to come back. So you'll find people using a lot of Thieves with mold, or once again, putting it in the diffuser during this time of the year. This is when I put on the bottoms of the feet of Grace. I do dilute Thieves just because it is so strong. I'll just put it with some, once again, a carrier oil, coconut oil, olive oil, and then I'll just put it on the bottoms of her feet and along her spine. Kind of kick the junk. And then dental pain. If you have like a sore tooth or anything like that, you just put it along the area where it hurts. Some people have actually like reversed root canals and stuff like that. You'll find that it's very super duper intense because Thieves has cinnamon in it. So this is one that I would recommend that you ease yourself into doing. But it's, once again, wonderful for tooth pain or sore throat. If you feel sore throat coming on, you can either put it on the outside. That's what I'll do if with a child, like with Grace, I'll put it on the outside of her sore throat. For myself or for Adam, we'll take a drop of Thieves, put it in a glass of water, maybe like 2 ounces of water, and then gargle it. It has cloves in it. So cloves gives that numbing effect, because cloves is also in like the same stuff that they would put on like that stick in your mouth while you're at the dentist before they're about to put the Novocaine in your mouth. So it kind of numbs the sore throat, and once again it kind of supports the immune system and clears out some of those bad germs. And then it's good for ear infections. So if you have issue with ear infections, just rub it around the back of the ears. And do it frequently, probably once every hour or 2 hours, if it's during that time where you actually do have an ear infection. Obviously, there's a time and a place where you need to go to the doctor for that. And then last but not least is Melaleuca. And Melaleuca is, once again, another natural insect repellent. It supports healthy skin. And so there's a lot of people who will once again take that nice carrier oil and place it on their skin, kind of fight off whether it be acne or psoriasis. I've really found that almost all of the essential oils have a lot of benefits to your skin, and can actually like clear things up. It's awesome for your mouth, once again, and it's one really good to diffuse during this season. And then, yeah, I think we have gone through all of the 11 oils, and these are the 11 oils that you would get if you ever choose to get or start using essential oils. And I think that it's just a wonderful way to begin using essential oils without having to go full board or being confused. Like, for instance, this is the reference book guide that you can have on all 150 essential oils. And so to know where to start and how to use essential oils can be really confusing if you just go through one of these. So I have found that the Everyday Essential Oils kit is really helpful, and I've just noticed a lot of people, and it's a great place to start. And then from there, you find more, and the Pinterest is really good for just getting ideas of how to use essential oils. And there's Facebook groups. One of them is called Oilers, and I have found that to be a really good Facebook group. Like, if you have a question how to use essential oils, there's one of the gals that taught me about essential oils. She checks that page frequently, and she constantly is posting or answering people's questions on that page. So if you just look up Oilers, you can join that. So that is a wrap on our Essential Oils 101. Thank you for participating. And I don't know, does anybody have any questions?
Yeah. Down. No.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, we will see you all soon. And thanks for taking time out of your afternoon to learn a little bit about essential oils. Bye.